So are you trying to get orders on Fiverr today, but have gotten a message from a buyer like this before? What's your best price? If you do well on this first test order, we will have many more orders for you in the future. This is great, right? The buyer's gonna give you a test order, and then they're gonna have many more orders for you down the road. That sounds awesome, right? What if I told you that there are ways that you could go about getting a buyer to both place the test order that they're dangling in front of you and the future orders that they're promising you all in the same day, today? What would you say to that? Well, that's exactly what we're going to be talking about today. Today I'm going to be talking about a really simple strategy that I use when buyers are trying to negotiate low prices in exchange for future work. It's a strategy I use to sell higher ticket services and get my buyers to place orders today, not in the future. So first things first, have you ever had a buyer asking for a heavy discount or even free work in exchange for the promise of future projects? I'd be willing to bet that most of you probably have. I have many times. And what I'm about to tell you to do in these types of situations probably goes against what you've been doing and what you feel comfortable doing. Don't do what they're asking for. Don't do it for two main reasons. Reason number one is if they're asking you to do this first test project for free or for a heavy discount, you're creating a situation where they could just get free work from you and run off without ever hiring you to do anything else. You're allowing them to make an agreement with you where you're making a compromise without you getting them to make any sort of formal commitment to you that they're gonna live up to their end of the bargain. This is just a terrible way to run a business. Reason number two that I wouldn't agree to do what they're asking is by offering to do something at a discount or by offering to do a test order for free, you are permanently lowering the price point that that buyer values your services at. And the reality is that whether or not it's a test order or a regular project, the cost, time, and energy that you need to put in to complete this project doesn't change. So why should the cost change on the buyer's end, right? So here's one thing you can do that's super simple that'll help you get more money up front today, and it will prevent you from getting hustled by some of the unethical Fiverr buyers floating around out there. I'm going to tell you exactly what to say to them. So anytime a buyer asks you for a heavy discount or for something free up front as a test run, say this: I appreciate your interest in working with me long term. When it comes to discounting, I am open to offering an incentive discount to clients willing to place a volume or long-term order. In exchange for that discount, I require the project be ordered and paid for all at once. What this tells your buyer is that you are willing to offer some flexibility when it comes to pricing your services. However, you require commitment on their end. You need them to put their money where their mouth is so that you guys can have a mutually beneficial situation. I also find that this type of response immediately weeds out a bunch of the scammer types of buyers that are just trying to get free work from me. So it's a win-win there. But some buyers might respond saying something like this: but it's part of our process to place a test order first. Can you offer us a discount on that? If they say this, respond with this: I understand that you'd like to place a one-off order to test my services, but I don't offer discounts for one-off orders, as on my end, the time and effort it takes me to complete this type of project is the same. What we can do is if you order this one-off at my posted rate and you like what I produce, we can work that initial order into the equation when we discuss the longer-term project that you'll be hiring me for next. Does that sound good? This is essentially you protecting your pricing on that one-off order. If they are serious about placing a long-term order or creating a long-term relationship with you, it shouldn't be a big deal that they pay full pop for this one-off first order. You're saying that, hey, if you decide to order a much larger or long-term project with me, I'll even factor this first order that you paid list price for into that equation. I think this is a great strategy where you can offer up the flexibility of a discount without having to work for free or at a heavy discount up front. Basically, the net of this video is you never want to agree to a discount or agree to do free work only on a promise that they'll give you future work. You need to get the buyer to commit to you just like they're trying to get you to make a compromise for them. This strategy, believe it or not, has helped me get a ton of huge orders in the past because clients who hear this response and who are serious about doing business with you, they respect it and they'll take advantage of the offer if they're serious. If they don't, and if they go off and say, hey, I'm gonna find someone else, don't be beat up about that. That's fine. If you want to grow a sustainable and successful Fiverr business, you can't be bending over backwards and doing things for your clients where they wouldn't reciprocate that type of respect for you. So this is a great strategy to get orders now, to get orders today. And while getting those orders today, you're opening the door to create these much bigger long-term projects up front by baking in the discount all on the one project, putting it all together instead of just managing your businesses on word of mouth and promises. So let me know in the comments if you plan on trying this strategy out or if you've implemented a similar strategy in the past. Really curious to hear what you think, and if you have any questions, just hit me up in the comments and I'll help you out. Thanks again for watching. Until next time, cheers.